to our video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I want to see in the 1.19 update. Now, you might know that the the Minecraft Live will actually be really soon on October 16th. And yeah, I'm really excited for that. But what I think is going to be announced there is the 1.19 update. Now, as you can see, I am in the end. Now, the end looks kind of different. Okay, fine. It might look a lot different, but I'll explain in a second. And the reason it's different is, the reason I'm actually in the end is because I think the 1.19 update is going to be an end update, like part 2. Because honestly, with another update, now the end is like the most boring place in Minecraft. All it has is entities and a dragon, and nothing else is interesting. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you what ideas I have for this new update and some other things that I think are actually going to be added in it. So let's get started. Now, one of the first things that are a part of Minecraft Live is the mob vote. And what I'm thinking, these are like some mobs that I'm thinking are going to be part of the mob vote this year. So, in the trailer, there were actually these things. There was the quadromorphic endervision, I think. There was the pillager radio. And finally, there was the beacon. And these are some mobs that I think kind of fit in well. And by the way, these mobs, the reason they're in the game is they are actually part of a texture pack made by Gillsbills called, I think it's like I don't know, I think it's like Mobs Plus or something, but I will leave a link for it in the description if you would like to check it out and get these plus a bunch of new mobs in your game. But yeah, these are the mobs that I think are going to be added. The first one is the Snareling or the Blastling. And the reason I think they are going to be added is, first of all, the end DLC for Minecraft Dungeons recently released, and, there's a lot of new mobs part of that, unlike the Nether DLC, which barely got anything, except, mobs from normal Minecraft. Yeah, so, these two have the most interesting abilities, they're kind of unique. This one can shoot fireballs, this one can make, traps on the ground, and I think that would be pretty cool to see them in the game, and it's kind of highly likely because of the Ender Vision, the DLC, and just I don't know, I think they are going to be the ones that are going to be added. For the second one, I think is going to be a certain illager profession. Not really a profession, but there's the Royal Guard, there's the Geomancer, Enchanter, and a bunch of others. The only one I think it's not going to be added is the Isolager, because it kind of lost the last mob vote. And yeah, so I doubt they'll add it in the next mob vote because, they could, but, I don't know. So yeah, it also could be the Wind Caller, but, there are a lot of illagers in Minecraft Dungeons. And yeah, and the final one that I think is going to be added is the Fungus Thrower, and this one I'm the least sure about, because it's the only original mob that is part of the Nether DLC, literally. Except for the Baby Ghast, there's, nothing that is original from the Nether DLC. Literally, that's the only mob. There's, of course, the Wither Skeleton Archer, but, all it really does is a Wither Skeleton with a bow. Would anyone vote for that, really? Actually, does anyone actually want that in the game instead of one of these other guys? I don't think so. So that's why I think the Fungus Thrower is going to be the third one. I'm not sure about it. Maybe they'll add a new mob. That would be awesome. But yeah, I don't know if they'll add a new mob since they have a lot of mobs in the other games and it's just easier to do that. Now, let's actually move on to the second level. And here are some new blocks that I think are going to be added into the game. Now, first of all, these are some blocks that are part of decoration for the end DLC, so I have no idea what they do, and I don't think they do anything in the game. But again, I don't know in the game, so I have, no idea. But the blocks that I think are going to be added is this end sand. Now, what I put it is, it will spawn in, the end barrens, but I think it just could, spawn them like different places. And it also has this cool grass variant that I kind of like. And there were these vines that are like exactly like the weep. I know the twisting vines, the ones that grow out of the ground, but they're pink. Yeah, like they're pink. Then there's also this, which is part of those like lava pools that you can also find. The lava looks much cooler there, but yeah, the lava's animated, so like it's really hard to make a texture for that. So I just kind of like changed the color, changed up different things, and it's purple lava. Maybe Enderman could live in it, maybe a new mob could live in it, I don't know. It also has these crystals that I think look really cool. And yeah, I think it'll be a really cool addition to the end. If you look outside, yeah, there's a few things added there. Then the next part is this. It's some of the new vegetation, and there's an ore. But I'll get to that in a second. Now, first of all, the end does kind of need a cobblestone variant and a wood variant. So I'm presenting to you quartz planks and this other smooth end stone that probably won't be gotten by smelting, but I just put it to randomly spawn with it. I think it could maybe spawn a little bit deeper than normal endstone, but it would be kind of like the cobblestone variant for the end, so you could actually get cobblestone. And from maybe by breaking a coarse like log there, you would get a coarse log that you could turn into planks and use for tools, so you don't have to return to the overworld to get new tools or repair something. It's really annoying if you need to craft something and you're in the end. And finally, there's some more vegetation with like the leaves and this grass, the grass block. But yeah, I made it into these kind of biome areas. And yeah, I think they could spawn to just kind of add some more atmosphere to the end because honestly, the end, it looks kind of bad. And then finally is opal ore. And I highly doubt that Minecraft will actually do this. But if they do it, it will be really cool. Now, what opal ore is basically kind of like an ore that is equivalent to nether quartz in the nether. It would spawn in these ores and like it would drop this and you can make blocks out of it as just for decoration, but it also could be used for a few crafting recipes, like maybe for like I don't know, something like the observer, but for the end it could like have some new redstone components, which I think could be really cool. Now moving on to the next level, I'll actually show you a few biomes that or not biomes but things that I made. First of all, I made these kind of bush areas and they use those leaves. Then there's also these lava pools which have lava flowing out of there, has that crystal, and I'm thinking that crystal could actually be used for something, and it's on like next level, and I think it's a really cool idea. Then there's also that grass. It has like those tiny grass pieces, and if you can see there, that is the pink grass with that gray like stone thing, and there's also spiral thingies. Yeah. Also, one thing in the Minecraft End DLC, they have those giant end fortresses that I think would be really cool to add to the game. Now, I doubt something like the Bastion would be added, where it's like a completely new structure. It could be added, but I don't know. I think they might improve on these end cities because if the end gets revamped, I think they should get revamped. I mean, because like Minecraft already they have end cities. They can make them their own structure, but like I think they should like do this. But I did not have time to build one because I wanted to release this video before they actually release any of the mobs to make it a bit more fun. And also I'm not that great of a builder, so yeah, I couldn't really build a structure like that. Now, if we move on through this structure, we could get on the next level. By the way, I did decorate a lot of this end city with some new blocks that are also from Minecraft Dungeons. But here, it brings me to my next thing, which is Underside armor and the teleporter. Now, this is I am very proud of this idea because I had it before Caves and Cliffs. Originally, I wanted it to use stuff like amethyst, but now amethyst is a new ore in Minecraft. Not really an ore, it spawns in the geodes. So yeah, I can't really use that anymore. So I'll show you this. So first of all, we have these crystals here, and those are going to be the Underside shards. They come from this block, and yes, you can use fortune to get more. This is of course my idea, so I doubt Minecraft will actually do this, but I think they will add some sort of netherite equivalent in the end, because I think they said they're going to do something similar. Like, they aren't going to make it like you put it on netherite, but instead on diamonds you can put this instead of netherite, so you have like both netherite armor and whatever this will be. So yeah, I think they will add something like that to make like mining in the end actually useful. And I think, and also it's quite dangerous because of that thing called the void. Yeah, well, this actually helps you with the void. What it will do once you make armor or tools or something like that is once you put it on like your diamond armor, and if you throw it in the void or you die in the void, then what I'm thinking it could do is it could teleport to the nearest block. Of course, it would have a radius like maybe in 100 blocks, and I don't mean height because the void's pretty low and that means nothing will literally teleport, but I mean in like distance. So if not 100, maybe like, I don't know, 300. But yeah, that is what I'm thinking it could do. That includes these two crystal things. But now, how do you make this crystal? Now, what I'm thinking it could be is you need 4 of these shards. You would need some of that crystal that spawns in the like lava lakes. You'd need maybe like 2 pieces, and then you would need also 2 diamonds. The reason I don't want 4 diamonds is because it's kind of expensive, and even though I have the teleporter thingy over here that I'll show in a second, I don't know if it's worth it. Then, you make a crystal like this, and you can use it to upgrade your armor or make a block. But now moving on to the teleporter over here. This is a concept I made for using a teleportation system, and it would be a highly endgame item because it's teleportation, like it's the fastest mode of traveling. And it's just so you don't have to spend like a long time traveling like open places just to get somewhere. The thing is, it will be kind of balanced. Like, you can't really go more than like maybe 500 blocks. And this is actually a teleporter, so you step on this and it'll teleport you. And the reason it has a green thing on top is because that's supposed to be an eye vendor, but it's too small of a texture to draw a black dot, and not a black dot, but like a black line. So I decided to just leave it green. Now I'm thinking this could be crafted with like 4 of these shards, maybe 1 opal, like 3 endstone, and an eye vendor. But now let's like jump on it, and it'll teleport you to the teleportation thingy receiver. And this is, as you can see, 1 is loaded. I think you can load up to 4, but the receiver will need to be made with like an Underside block. And Underside is going to be more expensive than netherite since it uses diamonds and those crystals. And now, even though the lava lakes are kind of common, I'm thinking they could be rare. And now you might be wondering why there is a floating thing up in the sky. That is actually the Ender Phantom, and I doubt it will be called like that, but I think in the end a flying end mob is kind of inevitable. Like, sure, it might be kind of annoying, but like, it's the end. It's supposed to be challenging, and if they are going to add new loot, they need someone to defend that loot, and a phantom or something that could fly like a phantom would be a pretty good thing to add. Another mob that I think could be added is in those lava lakes, maybe some kind of frog or like fish, not fish, but like something that can walk on land too, could live, and it could maybe help you transport like around the void. And I think that's going to be a thing that they might add because, the Strider's a thing, and also the Hoglin's a thing. It's probably going to be based on a real animal, plus it's going to help you travel. So yeah, I think those are the 2 mobs that are going to be added. Will there be more mobs added? Yeah, I think so. But like, it's super hard to find those things out because there's like infinite possibilities. Now, the final thing that I could be added is enchantments for the elytra. Please, Minecraft, I am begging you, please add enchantments to the elytra. A fishing rod has more enchantments than the ultra powerful endgame item that can literally fly has. So I have an idea for 2 enchantments. the first one is lighting, and also as you can see, there are some Underside shards that could also probably spawn in the loot, kind of like in the bastions too. Well, the first one's gliding, and the second one is wind boost. Now, what I think those enchantments could do is, well, first of all, let's start with gliding. So let's say you're flying with an elytra. Now, I don't have an elytra, but yeah, I don't really have an elytra. But when you are falling, while you're gliding, maybe I could slow fall you maybe 3 blocks above the ground. You'll still take damage, but it's highly, it'll just highly shield you from everything. Also, maybe when you fly into a wall, because that happens. Yeah, that does happen. And yeah, those two things could help with the elytra. But when you do actually shield from falling, then yeah, you will waste a lot of durability, because that's the only way to make it balanced. That also might mean the mending isn't available, kind of like it isn't with Infinity, because you'll be able to mend it up. But hopefully it is, because then I'm never using the enchantment, because Elytra without mending is a giant pain to use. Now, the second one, Wind Boost, is my second idea for the Elytra enchantment. Now, these two enchantments are pretty boring, but hopefully Minecraft adds some more fun ones. But I really don't want to do that, because I doubt they'll add fun ones, really fun ones. But what Wind Boost I think could do is, when you have a firework rocket, when you launch off of somewhere, it would the first rocket would last way longer, so you could maybe I don't know, but it would the actual rocket thing would last longer. Then once the Elytra has recharged, the longer it recharges, actually the more powerful the firework will be. So the longer it would go, the more speed it would have. The only thing I don't think should be added is the first one. If you add a lot of speed to it, and you're something in a really small area that you don't really want a lot of speed to be added to, you might crash, and since you don't have lighting to protect you, that might end badly. So yeah, I'm thinking the wind boost should only affect speed once you're actually in the air and flying. This could be amazing to have, because you could fly faster. That would be awesome. That would just be awesome to have. But yeah, that's actually all of my ideas, which means it's also the end of the video. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you didn't watch my previous video, please do that. And I'll see you soon for another video. Bye bye.